Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, Selin, thanks for joining us. We're just discussing peer leadership, and we're wondering what qualities you think an effective leader of peers should have.
That is a great question. Well, I think every effective leader should be a strong communicator for sure. But in addition to that, they need to have empathy or the ability to sense and understand the feelings of others.
Like putting yourself in a person's shoes and trying to imagine a situation from their point of view.
Oh, exactly. This is so important because when it comes to addressing social problems, empathy really allows leaders to see circumstances from different perspectives and better collaborate with their peers to achieve that shared goal.
So true. We can do everything ourselves anyway, no matter how hard we might try to.
Oh, 100%. And we have a lot to do, which is exactly why we need collaboration now more than ever. So let's dig a little deeper and discuss how we can actually cultivate empathy in our lives. Here is a little circle. I'm in the center of it, and those who are in it with me are those in my circle of concern. These are people I care about and empathize with already. For instance, my classmates, my family, my Girl Up club. And here is another circle. There you see. Now I'm going to think of people who are not in my circle of concern at the moment. The bus driver, the cashier at a local shop, or the security guard at our school, for example. This simple diagram really helps me identify who is inside and outside of my circle of concern. It's helpful for me to think about these circles because I frequently interact with those outside of my circle of concern, yet in some instances, I don't even know their names or their struggles, even though they are part of my community.
I see. And the better we understand our community and its unique issues, the better we can work together to solve them.
You got it, Yara. Yes. And that's actually why I'm very excited to hear from our audience as well. I'm very curious. What about all of you in the audience who are inside and outside of your circles of concern? So I want you to take a few seconds to draw your own circle diagrams and share it on your social media platforms. Please do not forget to tag at Girl Up Campaign and at Girl Up _Istanbul so we can all help each other strive to create more empathic communities. Now, the next step to building empathy is kind of the tricky part, is to think about what makes people in both circles feel cared for and acknowledged. And spoiler alert, this will be different for everyone. So from there, we can build our circle of concern to increase our empathy for others, which will allow us to respond to people with kindness and thoughtfulness, regardless of how well we know that person.
Wow, I never thought about empathy in this way ever. That's so helpful, Selin. Do you have any other tips for strengthening empathy?
For sure. I have three, in fact. So first of all, listen intently to others. One way I do this is if I'm having a conversation with someone, I try to be present and avoid distractions like my phone. Secondly, try to understand how others feel. This means I have to be more curious and ask better questions. Last but certainly not least, examine my own experiences, privileges, and biases. Because regardless of who we are, we all have biases. It is so important to acknowledge this as part of what makes us human, but also to reflect on these preconceptions, right? This helps me to stop myself from jumping to conclusions or making assumptions about other people and their circumstances. So, although these are my three tips and tricks for becoming more empathic leaders, I want to hear yours. Let me know how you are building empathy in the comments below.
Wow, I love those. I'm definitely going to work on listening to learn rather than listening to respond. Thanks, Selin, so much for helping us explore what being a leader of peers means and how empathy is essential to peer leadership.
Of course, after all, you know what they say, teamwork makes the dream work. At Girl Up, we really do strengthen our abilities and learn valuable skills by interacting with fellow girl boss change makers all across the globe. So just remember, you already have the power to influence social change, and as leaders who are your peers, we've got your back.
You took the word right out of my mouth, Selin. If you're looking for even more ideas and resources on peer leadership, don't forget to check out our new leadership course on our free e-learning platform, Girl Up Academy, where Selin is featured in. Thank you again, Selin, for your time. We'll talk later.
Thank you so much.